great to be back again on our channel. My name is Amara.
And my name is Gospel.
Now, we want to talk about something we consider, a very interesting topic, because we did the previous episode where we tried to, capture some of the features of what a man needs in a woman. Now, after that video, we got lots of comments and a lot of people say, you know what, we want you also to do a video talking about what does a woman want from her man. And that is what we will be talking about in today's episode.
Yeah. Well, there are so many features a woman wants from a man. Some of them want a man with good character, good morality, different things, And for some, they don't even care about whether he has good character or not, as long as he's rich. Or for some, as long as he can satisfy them sexually.
Yes.
Different features, But today we are looking at 3 core features.
Yes.
And at the end of our video, you'll be able to understand that these features are important for every woman.
Yes. I just want to say out there that, what a woman would want from a man could vary. And it is very important that we know that every woman is different. However, what we've decided to do in today's episode is to look at some of the core features, and we acknowledge that it could be varied for different women. However, just sticking to the 3 main areas, and hopefully it would resonate with you. And if it doesn't, for some reason, please just put your comments below. And just tell us what you think. Even if you're a woman watching this, maybe there are other features that you think it's really important that your man, you need this from your man. So please do tell us.
The number one feature that a woman wants from a man is affection. Everyone wants to feel loved.
Yes.
And developing emotional connection is one of the ways that a woman wants to feel loved.
Yes.
So she wants to be connected to her man. And it's difficult for a woman to be in a relationship, to be intimate with a man who cannot show her affection.
Yes.
So it's important.
Very interesting that you're a man and you're telling us what we want as a woman.
What we are saying is based on research, based on our conversation with women.
Yes.
So we know that this is very important for women.
Yes, I was really pulling your leg.
At least I live with a woman.
Yes.
I know that showing us affection is very important to you.
It's critical. I mean, we cannot overemphasize how important affection is for a woman. We just want to be loved on, because it is very important to us that we feel that our man cares so much or loves us so much. The need for affection for a woman, actually, it arises because it makes us feel secure. The fact that we are wanted by another individual, So it is very important for most women. So I don't want to generalize, but it's very important for most women that they have that feeling of being wanted, being cared for in a very special way compared to how, he would likely treat other women, that they got that special spot.
So what you're trying to say is that, for me as your husband, it is important I show you affection.
Of course.
Even though we've lived together for a long time, I should show you affection by the things I do, by the things I say to you, by how I care and treat you. And make you feel like you are the most important person.
Of course.
To me,
every woman wants that special spot. That your life revolves around them. And I think it's very important. And sometimes when we talk about affection, some people think that you have to do the big things. It has to be really expensive for a woman to feel special or feel loved. But we know that there are a number of little things that you can kind of deposit, some emotional deposits that you can put into your relationship that wouldn't cost the whole world. It won't cost you an arm or a leg, for you to achieve all of those things. And the woman would feel so special. Rhetorically, when you look at some men that spend so much money, yet those women in the relationship don't have that feeling of affection.
So obviously what you're saying is that one of the ways to show affection is to make emotional deposits.
Yes.
We did an episode previously where we talked about emotional deposit. So
Yes.
it's important we know the love language of our wives for men.
Yes.
And speak those languages.
Yes.
Make those deposits.
Deposit intentionally.
Yeah.
Very important. The second thing that we think that a woman needs from her man is companionship. A woman wants a man that she can develop a level of companionship with. Companionship that goes along with friendship and creates that bond, that glue that keeps them in a long-term relationship moving forward. Because, the reason why we say companionship, companionship means that she can share with her man and talk about virtually anything without her feeling let down or without her feeling like, oh, I'm too vulnerable to him. Of course you have to be vulnerable, and that's what all companionship is all about. So you need to have that feeling of security where you can actually talk to your man, and that only comes from the fact that you feel that you have a companion, you have a confidant, someone you can actually bear your heart to, and you don't feel ashamed.
Yeah, I think companionship and friendship, like you mentioned,
Yes.
they work hand in hand.
Yes, they do.
And we always advise people who are not married,
Yes.
singles, to actually marry someone who is their friend.
Yeah.
And then for those who are married, we always say, make your spouse
Your friend. Yeah.
So for what you're saying is that for women,
Yes.
that friendship, that bond of friendship is very important.
Very important.
So for a man to be taken by a woman,
Yes.
for a woman to accept a man,
Yes.
for instance, a woman is looking for a long-term relationship.
Yes.
Part of the things she's looking for is a man who can present himself as a companion.
Yes. You don't
Yeah.
want to be scared by him.
Yeah.
You don't want to be put off by him. So you just want to be secure in the fact that you have a knowledge of friendship and companionship within the bonds of your relationship.
Yeah, like you said, that's what makes the relationship to last long time.
Yeah.
Because this is your friend.
Yes.
You can be yourself. With
Just
your
be
friend.
yourself.
Yeah.
There's no drama
Yes.
around the relationship. Nobody is trying to form. Nobody is trying to say, oh, you're faking it. And it's unrealistic. You're just yourself with that person because you've seen that person as a companion.
So what happens when a woman is married to a man, for instance?
Yes.
And she discovered that this man, they don't have friendship going on. They don't relate like companions.
Yes.
So how does that affect a woman?
It does affect a woman. Look, we are relational beings. I mean, including the man. But for a woman, women are very emotional. Men tend to be very logical. You try to have boxes for everything and try to rationalize everything. But for a woman, you should understand that everything is interlinked. So when she doesn't feel that sense of bond or that sense of companionship with this one special person in her life, there is always a feeling of insecurity. She feels like there's something missing in this relationship. There's something missing. It's not, I don't feel this relationship. So it is very important for a woman that she has this, that she is secure. She has that knowledge of, I have a friend. I have someone I can talk to in a relationship. And I think that this thing is something that is missing in most relationship these days, and down to the fact that a lot of pressure, a lot of things have caused couples to grow apart. And I must say that this is one feature that you have to be intentional with. It's not by default. You cannot just say, oh yes, we married as friends, so we would remain friends. I've seen people who got married as friends and they grew apart. So you need to make a conscious effort to deposit emotional,
to make emotional deposits
in your relationship,
to ensure that your friendship
is enhanced, is
going,
ignited, and you do a lot of things to spice up that side of your relationship. And I think that is really important for a woman.
That takes us to the next point, which is most women want security. Most women want security, a man that can provide security.
Yes.
So we are looking at security in terms of security, financial security.
Yes, so that's one aspect. So there are a number of ways you can look at security. So financial security.
So let's talk about financial security.
Yes.
There is this notion that men have, most men, if I will say, that women like money.
Ooh.
It seems I'm asking you more questions here because
Yeah.
you're a woman.
You're putting me on the spot.
And I'm not actually putting you on the spot, but looking at from your point of view as a woman,
Yes.
what do you have to say? Is it that women like money, or is it that money is a way of expressing affection, care to a woman, or money is a means of getting things that a woman would want a man to have?
In as much as I cannot generalize that all women, of course, you too, even as a man, you like money. Don't you like money? We all like money, don't you?
None. We need money, if I would say.
You don't need money. Oh, okay. Now
We
you're
need
trying
money.
to differentiate it. Okay. Well, everyone does. I mean, a lot of women do like money. We do like money, but I think look, there's this. Let's give a perspective to this, because let's not just say every woman likes money. A woman wants to know that you're willing to go all out to make her life comfortable. She needs to, because sometimes a man could have the money, but the woman doesn't have that feeling of the fact that her life, that security, that her life will be comfortable. So I think when we look at it from that perspective, that puts things in place, in view of how we sort of analyze all of these sort of behaviors, because it's very important, the behavior of a woman, as it has to do with money. It does not mean that she is materialistic. Although yes, some people are materialistic, and it's not just
there are individuals who are materialistic.
Individuals,
not
yes.
just women.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. So it doesn't mean that she won't be able to make financial contribution in the relationship. So you know, let's even look at it. In fact, a woman may earn more money than her man, but she would be happier if her man has the capacity to provide in a home.
Yeah, that's very important, because naturally a woman wants to make contribution.
Yes, of course.
In the home, she
Yes.
wants to, be supportive to the husband.
Of course.
But then she wants the man to take the lead, to show direction. That's about leadership.
Vision.
Yeah, show vision.
Yes.
Even if she earns more,
Yes.
you have to take responsibility as a man.
Yes.
You have to do your part. In that way, she is not being left alone to carry all the burden.
By
So
herself.
once she's there doing everything, I think she feels like not secure.
Of course, she does. I think it's a psychological thing. That knowing that you have a man in your life, like there's this security you have, like I've got this bobo in my life, like you're not smiling. You have this man in my life who is independent financially, that is able to take care of me, and also to even make contribution, even though I have the capacity to make contribution, all of these things. So that feeling of security financially is really
important.
is very important.
I think from thinking about it, I could say that one of the reasons women, when they want to decide who they want to get married to, they look at who can provide for them, who can create that financial security. Could be because most men, we've always presented money as a way of showing how much we care, how much we love, how much affection we have for women. For instance, if I want to give my wife a treat, maybe I want to do a surprise birthday for you.
Yes.
I need money to do that.
Yeah.
I need money to arrange everything. Maybe I want to take you on a holiday. I need money to do that.
Yes.
In that sense, if I'm not comfortable financially, it creates that doubt that how am I sure that this one can actually show care, show affection.
Yeah.
He might have the intention, but where he doesn't have the means to do that, it becomes a problem. It doesn't really mean that you have to be rich, very, very rich. I know women.
Yeah, that's the point I want to touch on, because sometimes when we talk about finances, a lot of people tend to look at it in terms of quantity. But I want to look at it in terms of quality, because you can still give somebody that wow experience without having to break an arm and a leg. It's just that feeling of knowing that you will get this sorted, even though you might not get it sorted at a level. Every shoe has a size. Now, if you cannot afford to do the big things, you can just do it in a little way. What really counts is the deposits that you're actually making, how significant those little things are. Because, I mean, even in making financial contribution, because we understand that circumstances could change in a home where the woman takes on more responsibility economically to provide for the family. But it should, no matter how little it is, no matter how small, the contribution that you think is, no matter how meager it is, it is very important that you're making those deposits and you're supporting your wife in such a way that it is not emotionally cumbersome or mentally cumbersome for your wife. And I think a woman would appreciate it.
Yeah, I think not just a woman. Generally, if you have two persons living in a house where there are bills to be paid, there are things to be done financially, and everything is left for one person, it could be challenging, it could be draining, it could be stressful. Well, I think apart from financial security, the woman also wants to be sure that whatever it takes to keep her safe, in your heart you're willing to do that. So
she wants a physical security as well.
Yes, physical security.
Although nobody can protect somebody except God. But in a relationship, I think physical security is very important for a woman. The third thing that I think that a woman really wants from her man is emotional security. Oh, this you cannot take it away, because a woman wants to be secure in your love. She wants to be sure that you will not take advantage of her when she is weak, when she is vulnerable. If a woman opens up her heart to you and she shares with you her fears, she shares with you her weaknesses, her failures, her past experiences, she wants to be assured that you will not use this against her.
I think it's very important, because some women have gone through different issues in life. For instance, a woman who would have gone through physical abuse wouldn't want to come into a marriage and relieve that experience where the husband is, can batter her, beat her, and all that. A woman who has gone through emotional abuse in the past, she's had a series of heartbreaks, wouldn't want to come into a relationship where the same thing will happen.
So she wants emotional stability.
She wouldn't want a man who would shout at her, create a trail of emotional hurt and pain. There are some men who can be abusive. They are not going to touch you, but they can use their words to hurt a woman. So
I think that's really damaging for a woman's image, self-image, self-esteem. And in that sort of, a woman finding herself in that sort of relationship, it's really toxic for any woman. It's not very good for her mental health. And like you said, no woman wants to relieve her past. No one woman wants to relieve her abuse in something that happened to her when she was a teenager, or when she was even a growing woman. And that's what she doesn't want in her relationship.
So she wants that security, she wants that certainty that this man can protect her emotionally. This man is worthy of her heart, because every woman thinks that being in a relationship with a man is an important element of her life. So for her to open up to you, for her to share her life with you, for her to be very vulnerable with you as a man, she wants to be sure that her emotions will not be taken undue advantage of.
And having said what you've said, a woman also wants a man who is stable emotionally, not blowing his fuse at every slightest provocation. So you're angry and you find yourself hitting, cursing, doing so many things that would harm the woman emotionally. So she wants some sort of stability. How are you predictable? Are you fond of throwing things when you're really upset? Because a woman she wants to know, how is he when he's upset? Because that's something that I think in a lot of relationships causes a lot of problem and leads to a lot of abuse, physical abuse in a lot of relationships. So how would my husband behave when I upset him? And I think for a woman that's also very important, looking at it from a man's point of view and how they can be emotionally stable to help the woman.
Like you mentioned a man being stable and reliable. I think that leads to the next point, which is a woman wanting relational security.
Oh yes.
Yeah, because
yes.
can she trust this man that she can spend the rest of her life with this man? Can she trust that this man will be there for her?
Yeah.
Can she trust that this man will not break her heart?
Yes.
This man will not walk away on her.
Yes.
Or walk away from the relationship. There are men who jump from one relationship to another.
Yeah.
So a woman would want to go into a relationship with such a man as long as she wants long-term relationship.
Yes.
So even in the marriage, the woman wants that security that this man
is in
here
it
for
life. Forever. Yes.
Yes. He's here to protect. He's here to care. He's here to love me like I am the wife.
Yes. But then, in some relationship, you find out that a lot of women or a lot of people or couple in the relationship, they tend to have issues in terms of relational security. Now, would you say that if I'm not getting this from my husband, then the relationship is worthless, then there's no point sticking with this relationship? Or the fact that probably some people started off as friends and they were able to build that sort of understanding that they're going to have this sort of security in the relationship, but then they start to grow apart and things begin to happen and they begin to question the fact that they do not know if this person is in it for the long haul.
Yeah, I think we've, like what you're saying, there are cases where a man has walked away from the wife
yes.
and the children
yes.
after many years of marriage.
Yes.
Things like this happen.
Yeah.
But I think the answer to that is that when these two work as a team, when they build the bond of friendship, they are able to, surmount whatever obstacle that comes their way.
Yeah.
They work together as
a unit. Yeah. I think another thing that would need to be considered is having set values and principles in a relationship, and understanding that you need to build your bond together based on, so if you are in a relationship with someone who doesn't share the same values as you, then you would definitely struggle in this area. And the fact that you both should be open to trying to understand yourselves and understanding the fact that there is nothing that is external to the relationship that is as important as the relationship itself.
So if a woman discovers that a man is trustworthy, a man is there for her, a man is willing to love her for the rest of her life,
yes,
I think she will be open to give her all to that relationship. She'll be supportive. She'll go all out to make him the best that he can be. If she has money, she's willing to bring her money
and share that
and
with
share.
him. Yes.
And then she will share her heart.
Yes.
She will be open. She will make her feel vulnerable to this man.
Yes. Yes.
Trusting that he would be there for her.
Yeah, and I think that if this is missing in a relationship, you find that a lot of women are trying to secure themselves, so they try to hide a lot of things. They try to make savings that the man is unaware of. They try to make some investment that he's unaware of.
Because she's not sure what's going to happen
Exactly.
next.
So they try to sort of like, this is my backup plan, just in case something goes sideways. And this speaks to the fact that there is lack of trust, there's lack of that sort of relational security within that relationship.
So it's important that as men, we need to send that message that we are there for our women.
Yeah.
As a man, I have to assure you by my actions, by the things I do, by the things I say, by my being predictable, that this relationship is for life.
Yes.
And you actually know it's for life.
It's for life. Yes. Sexual security is another security that I think every woman would want. A woman wants that sexual security, the fact that she is sure that you will satisfy, you are there to satisfy her, you are there, with her, and she owns you exclusively. That she is not going to share this aspect of your life with another woman. Like I said in the previous video, that there are a number of areas in your life that you can share with your husband, your husband with other people. However, sex is the only place that it's exclusively for you.
I don't think any woman will be excited to know that her husband is double dealing.
Yes.
Having an affair with a woman somewhere else.
External of the relationship.
Yes. And then in the same relationship with the wife.
Yes.
It's I'm wondering a woman will be excited about that.
Yeah, and I think that this is one of the biggest cases of divorce that leads to divorce and issues within a relationship. The fact that a woman discovers that her husband is sleeping with someone else or having an affair, and this could cause a lot of problems within the relationship.
Yeah, so that sexual security is important. Can she be confident that you will be faithful to her?
Yes.
Can she be confident? Can she trust you that you're not going to cheat on her? So if she's coming into marriage, she wants to be sure that this guy has the propensity of being faithful.
Now, people change. And in a relationship, when a woman begins to see some of these signs, then she begins to display some negative behavior within the relationship. And most times she gets blamed by the husband to say, oh, she's the reason why I tend to go out.
He's the reason.
Yes, why I tend to go out to sleep with other women, because she is not. But then when you look at some of these attributes within the relationship, you really need to understand that you guys are both in it for the long haul, and you guys need to think about carefully not allowing things that are external to your relationship to come in and destroy your relationship. Your wife is exclusively for you, and you are exclusively for your wife. And I think a woman having that understanding within the relationship, to some and to a large extent, keeps her secure.
When there is affection,
yes,
and then there is a feeling of security
and companionship,
yes, both of them would definitely enjoy a long-term relationship.
Yeah. It's very important. Some men out there will say women are very complex. Every woman is different. Every woman is unique. Every woman is special. And it's just for you to discover what your woman wants from you. And it is, we've shared a few things in this video, and I think that, taking from what we have said in today's, episode, and also you going to have that sort of conversation, with your woman will be very important as well, to understand how you can spice up
your relationship. Exactly. I know we've not covered everything, and that's why I'm asking, what else do you think? What are the features you think a woman wants from a man? Please put your comment in the comment section below and let us know what you think.
It's been great to have you all join us today to the very last minute, and we do appreciate all that you are doing to engage with the content that we are putting out. I want to say welcome to all our subscribers. If you're just joining us, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button and turn up your notification bell. For those who are returning subscribers, thank you for sticking with our content and coming back. And until next time, it's goodbye from us. Goodbye.